Hi everyone, my name is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel if you have not been here before. Today is a makeup look. It's very monochromatic with this hot pink shadow all over my lid. I have done something similar like this in the past using I think the shadow from the Too Faced Gold palette, if I'm not mistaken. I will link that for you just in case you're curious. I might have two of these pink shadow looks on my channel because I just love the color so darn much. And also I'm trying something new, kind of like Angela Bright style, where I put my eyeball right in front of the camera so you can get a close-up of the look I've done. Today's look wasn't that exciting because it was monochromatic, and then I did my skin the usual way. I want to try getting more into that and just doing like really nice eye looks with one eye, kind of like how Angela does. I should link her channel for you if you want to check her out just to see what I'm talking about. But I'm interested in doing something more like that because the way I do it right now, if I'm sitting right here, you can't really see the details of the eye. So let me know what you guys prefer and how I can make it better for you, or how I can change it, make like, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. I'm just going to do some experimenting on my channel and see what works and what doesn't. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start off filming this way. I'm going to call it the Angela Bright style. I've never really filmed my eye up close, and I really like this style. I just don't know how it's going to work for my channel. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts about this, about the process. So when I start this eye look, I decided to use an eye primer instead of a concealer. So the major difference I noticed is that concealer has a little bit more liquid in it. It's not as dry, and concealer tends to crease even if you powder it. So technically eyeshadow and powder are kind of very similar. They're the same formula-ish. And so it honestly doesn't matter if you set concealer with powder because it will still crease on your eye. Eye primer, however, is formulated for your eyes, and it is a bit drier, so the shadow sticks to it and you do not need to set it. So I'm going straight in with a Sigma E35 here, and I'm using two palettes for this look. So this first palette, I'm using the browns out of the Tarte High Tides and Good Vibes palette, and deepening up the crease here. I'm also using my Tarte remixnaturals palette for the pink shade. So I switched to an E25 to deepen up the crease here. And this look is monochromatic. I wanted it to be just pink, but the brown shadow does give it a little bit of a shadow. So it will look more natural, and it just gives it more depth to the look. So here I'm using a medium sweeper E54, and I am wetting my brush with some MAC Fix Plus just to get that shadow looking really opaque. And this is a shimmer shadow, so I thought that the pink would just be a really nice touch. So the trick to this look is just to keep packing on that pink shadow, and I do go in later after my face makeup is done and I bring up the pink shadow a little bit higher over top of the brown, so it does look a bit more monochromatic. I'm taking the same brush now and sweeping this color on the lower lash line. Okay, so we're going to go in and do the rest of the face now. It looks a little crazy. I tried to do this monochromatic look, but even though I have brown sparkly shade in the crease, and I'm going to start with a primer. Technically I've already primed my skin with a moisturizer. I have a couple of samples or like moisturizing primers. So what I'm going to do on the back of my hand, I'm going to mix my Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This is the shade 228 Soft Tan because my skin is pretty tanned right now. I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand. It's pretty liquidy, which is actually kind of nice to get a thinner coverage. And I'm also going to use some of my Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. So this is like some primer kind of mixed in with my foundation. So with a finger, I'm just going to mix that together. I'm going to use this Real Techniques contour brush. This is a contour brush, but I'm going to use it for foundation because it's small and it has a nice round fluffy top. So I'm just going to dip it into the foundation from my hand and just start blending it into the skin. Now that is blended in, my face looks really shiny actually, and I don't really like that look. So we'll tone it down with some setting powder after. But I'm going to use a concealer now. I'm going to try two different shades here. I was really looking for a darker concealer, and I don't really have my darkest shade with me. But this is a Maybelline. It is in light, it's 10 light, but the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And we're going to apply this underneath the eye area to brighten up that whole area, because for me it's so dark right now. I'm going to put some on the nose, chin, cupid's bow, a little bit here, and a little bit down here as well. And I am just going to use my sponge for this. And for additional coverage, I'm going to take my Shape Tape in medium sand and just give some additional coverage to these areas here that you can see peeking through. Again, taking my sponge, tapping that out. And I'm going to take the same brush and I'm just going to set with powder. So I'm using my Jeffree Star powder in beige. This is the Magic Star powder. So next I'm going to concentrate on the eyebrows. I really want to not so much darken them up, but just get them in a place where you can actually see them. So I take my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is medium brown. I always brush them up first. And I did just trim them, so if you see like little brow hairs everywhere, that's what that's from. I had to trim them because my brows just grow so long so quickly. So I'm taking the Brow Wiz and just making hair-like strokes. And then every so often I'll take the other end and just brush through them to make sure that the product is looking natural and not ridiculous. And then we will finish that off with some of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, and this is medium brown as well. Okay guys, so eyebrows are done and they're looking pretty good. They're a little bit darker than I wanted them to be, but that is okay because it's going to balance out when my makeup is done. So next we're going to go in with a light bronzing. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I always take my large powder brush. This is my F30 by Sigma. And I am going to add a little bit to my cheeks, a little bit to the nose, and I'm not going to overdo it here. Okay, next I'm going to add some blush. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use a blush that I haven't really used before on my channel, but this is, and I mean, I don't think I've ever used this color. This is the Milani blush, the baked blush, so you will not get a huge color payoff because it is a baked product, and it's 05 Luminoso. Apparently, back in the day, it was one of the OG favorites. So I'm just going to apply a little bit to my cheeks, and this is going to give me a beautiful all-over glow and a healthy peach flush. I'll add a little bit to my nose, a little bit to the chin. And you know what? I had my eyes done. I want to carry up that pink a little bit in over top the crease. So I'm going to take a little bit of a fluffy brush. I might just take an E25, a dry one this time. So I originally had applied this with a little bit of setting spray on it. So I'm going to go into the palette and just gently add a little bit more. So you can see more of a shadow because I had added that brown in there. But this is just going to create a beautiful wash of color and more of a continuation. So it is still a monochromatic look, even though I have the brown in there. And then we're also going to bring it on the same brush. Actually, let's use an E25 because an E25 is perfect for that area. So a dry E25, because I do have product on the lower lash line already, just a little bit on the brush, and I'm going to blow this out. And now I have done a look like this in the past. It was for a date night look, I believe, and I had added gold. I won't be adding gold this time to the inner corner, but I will be adding a highlight to the inner corner. Let's go ahead and add the highlight. So I'm going to use my Dandelion, whoops, it's completely upside down. My Benefit Dandelion Twinkle highlighter is the Morphe M501. I love this brush for highlight. It is so nice. You could also use it to do a light powder under the eye, but highlight, it's phenomenal. So I'm going to add some to the upper cheekbone here. And in my light, I can already kind of see where the light hits me first, so I just make it a little bit more powerful, a little bit more bright. Also on the nose, between the brows. And I like this highlight because it's not overpowering, it's just really nice and soft. Cupid's bow, of course. Chin. I'm going to take the same highlight with a pencil brush and highlight underneath the brow bone. And the inner corner. And then we're going to line the upper lash line. So I have my Too Faced Better Than Sex black liquid liner, so I'm just going to draw a line on the top. And then I feel like we need something, we'll do mascara. Let's do mascara first, and then we'll go ahead and do lips. So I'm using my favorite right now. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation as it flies into my face. I'm going to skip this part because I go crazy with my mascara, but I love this. It's so, like, it gives you just such dramatic lashes. Okay, mascara is done, so you can see how that kind of changed it. I didn't want to wear lashes today only because they really bother me unless I'm going out somewhere and I really want to be all fancy. I don't usually put them on, but oh, there's eyelashes bugging me. Also, if you run into the issue where you get some mascara like right here, just wait for it to dry, because if it's wet it will just smear everywhere. So wait for it to dry and then you can wipe it off with a Q-tip after. Okay, I can't touch them anymore because it's gonna drive me nuts. So next I am going to line my lips. I will be using a natural pencil. I'll use the, actually this is the perfect one for this. So this is not my general color statement lip liner. This is still by Milani, but it's called Easy Liner for Lips Retractable Pencil in the shade Most Natural. And it is retractable, so it's nice. You don't have to sharpen it. We're going to go ahead, and I am overlining. I really like the way Hindash does his model's lips, and I haven't been able to perfect that on myself yet, so I'm really trying to work on that. I am going to fill in my lips with this pencil. And then I will be applying this Milani, wow, it's called Amore Shine by Milani, and this is the shade 01 Delight. It is a liquid lipstick that stays liquid, I believe. And I'm really going to blend in that lip liner with the lipstick itself. And I feel like I need to add more blush. So I'm actually going to take my Milani blush. So I've got a couple of colors, but one of my favorite colors is this red Vino color. So I'm not going to go crazy with it, just add a little bit onto the apples of my cheeks and blend in with Luminoso, just so it shows up a little bit more than what Luminoso was showing up as. So I'll put Luminoso on top. And then I'm just going to go over that with a powder brush, or maybe my bronzer blush here, just to blend it all together. And this lipstick has a little bit of mintiness to it, so it's actually making my lips tingle a little bit, which is kind of cool. So after I take off that mascara that's driving me nuts on my eye, I think that is the completed look. The last step is just to give my face a quick spray with a setting mist. My pick for today is my Maybelline Master Fix. I love this stuff. It's almost gone, so probably going to need a new one. I love how it makes my skin feel so nice and cool and refreshing. And I'm obsessed with my brows right now. Like, oh my god, I haven't done my brows in forever. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you're new here, I'd love if you subscribed. And don't forget to click that bell button so you'll be notified the next time I post a video. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.